Hello everyone, I'm Gunasekara PhGE and we are from UGC Group 13. We are going to deliver the presentation of our project under the module Sustainable Engineering. So our presentation is about finding an alternative for lunch sheets. Nowadays in Sri Lanka, on as an average, 12 millions of people use lunch sheets daily. So lunch sheets are used to wrap our food and make life much easier. But we also have to pay attention to what happened to these sheets once we are done with them. Because the sheets which are non-biodegradable and non-recyclable can easily last in the environment for more than 200 years. And also the worst thing is traditional plastic will not break in more than 500 years. In this slide, we mentioned about the ingredients of lunch sheets. The two main ingredients are low density polythene, which is non-biodegradable, and the second is master batch, which is biodegradable up to certain extent. In this slide, I'm going to tell about properties of lunch sheets. There are various properties of this product as displayed here. Out of these, the main properties are it consists of less density due to its branched structure and lightweight. The low tensile strength, which is the withstanding capacity of the polythene sheets when it reaches plastic deformation before failure or tearing occurs. And it is only absorbs a little amount of water and also it is highly inflammable. During the use of packaging and transportation, the sheet is able to hold for a considerable time without tearing or shearing defines the hardness. So Nirasi, I invite you to continue the session.
Thank you, Gayatri. I'm Vikramasinghe NA. Now let's see how lunch sheets are made. Firstly, polythene pellets are fed into the hopper. Thereafter, it is going through the extruder and circular die. It is known as the extruding process. Then it is moved to airing, nip rolls and dancer in that order for sheet forming and gluing. Here, electricity is used for heating and air blowing. Moving on to the cutting and storing process, output low-density polythene rolls are sheared and made into lunch sheets. Here, fuel is used for transportation and electricity is used for packaging. This process will emit carbon dioxide and generate solid waste. The uses of this product is mainly to wrap collective food like rice and curry. Other than that, it is used to wrap food for transportation, to preserve foods from spoiling, and to store foods in small spaces. Now let's talk about the problems with this product. Mainly, there are three main aspects: environmental, social, and economical. Now, Chelsea will further explain these complications.
Thank you, Nilasi. I'm Vijayshanta PBCV. In environmental impact, we can tell about the limited raw materials and pollution of the environment and destruction of the natural habitats. Consider limited raw materials such as PBAT, masterbatch, and the ethylene propylene copolymer are non-renewable, which means that the amount of the resource available is limited. Therefore, there will be a time that the resources will be over, which will affect the manufacturing of this product. Move on. If we look into this problem in the social perspective, mainly it can cause us various diseases. It can cause different respiratory diseases, and it might result in different digestive diseases if consumed. Move on. In economical impact, we can talk about the durability. Since the lancet material is not a very strong material, it can be used for a very long period of time. It tends to be torn and broken when used for a long time, and they are also damaged while being used for the first time, such as during packing lunch packets due to excessive road heat, which result in the leakage of the food wrap, and sometimes poison will be created because of the chemical reaction taking place with the lunch sheet material and food. Next, I hand over the session to Litma.
Thank you, Chelsea. Hi, I'm Kumari Selai. The topic that I'm going to tell is available alternatives for lunch sheets. Before we begin, let's talk about beeswax straps for a minute. If you haven't been indoctrinated yet, beeswax straps are pieces of cloth that have been infused with natural beeswax. Beeswax straps are basically a type of reusable food wrap and a great replacement for wasteful plastic wraps. Beeswax straps also used to wrap up foods like sandwiches, cheese, fruits, or nuts. Lotus leaves are the large, bright green leaves from the aquatic lotus plant. Fresh lotus leaves are used to add a perfumy flavor to foods. The dried leaf, although slightly less potent, are used as a food wrap as well. The disposable plates made up of plastic such as polythene, polypropylene, etc. pose health risks due to the release of toxic chemicals. As a solution for this, we can use leaf dining plates. Palm leaves can be taken for this. Palm leaf plates are sustainable and eco-friendly. A wide range of foods can be served in palm leaf plates. If you want to minimize environmental impacts for better future, we can use palm leaf plated for special events instead of plastics. Among these three alternatives, heated leaves of the lotus plant were selected as the best alternative because there are several advantages can be taken than others. First one is it can be easily disposed, and also the manufacturing cost is very low, so it is a good for customers' wallet also. There is no environmental pollution in the manufacturing process, and also as the lotus leaf is natural thing, less health damages here. That's all. Next goes to Roshini. Thank you.
Thank you, Litma. I'm Panapita Aryu, and I'll be discussing a few points about lotus, which we found by referring to various literature sources such as journals and magazines. Nelumbu nucifera is the scientific name of lotus, and these are mainly found in Asian countries such as Sri Lanka, China, and Vietnam. They have leaves of about 80 centimeters in diameter, and they contain various special properties which makes it a good alternative for luncheons. One such property is the lotus effect, which is present due to the superhydrophobic property of the surface of leaves, which prevents the accumulation of water on them. Therefore, once water falls on the leaves, it washes away all the dirt particles without being accumulated. This is why it is considered as self-cleaning agent. Before being used as food wrappers, lotus leaves are heated first. By doing so, the juices secreted during the process of heating are added to the flavor, thereby adding a flavor to the wrapped food, and also the strength of the leaves are increased. Let's see why lotus leaves are better for wrapping of foods than the lunch sheets used nowadays. The main advantages of using lotus leaves is that it consumes only a little amount of time for the decomposition process, such as it only consumes about 6 to 12 months. And it has various antifungal and disinfectant properties which protects the cleanliness of the leaves. They are also available in abundance, and the environmental pollution caused by the use of them is minimum as it is a part of a plant. And as mentioned before, it adds flavor to the wrapped food. Finally, we have to conclude the presentation, but before doing that, we'll tell what we learned by doing this project. Mainly, we learned about the various problems by the use of lunch sheets, and we analyzed all the possible alternatives as solutions for the problems posed by them. And most importantly, we learned how to work as a team to complete the project successfully. These are the references we used for the project to obtain information. And finally, a small message from us. Be a part of the solution, not part of the pollution. Thank you and have a nice day.